Welcome once again to Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. As always, I am pleased to bring to your attention two new fiction books that I highly recommend you go out and purchase and add to your collection. The first one is Never Saw Me Coming by VERA KURIAN. This is published by Park Row Books and it retails for $34.95. VERA KURIAN is a brand new author. Well, she's written before, but she's never written a novel, so this is her first novel. And what an explosive debut she has come up with. The book is narrated for the most part by a woman by the name of Chloe Severa. And she has gone to Washington to go to John Adams University. She is part of a study group at the university with 7 people who are psychopaths. And why she has chosen this particular university is because one of the people at the university, Will Bachman, sexually assaulted her when she was 12 years old. They were friends actually, and he took advantage of her, and as he assaulted her, a friend of his filmed it. So she has waited and waited and waited for the perfect time for revenge. And now that she is 20 years old, she has decided this is the time for revenge. So she's part of the group of 7 who are labeled as psychopaths. Now, it's an interesting premise because soon someone is killing people in the group. So while she is busy stalking Will and ready to murder him, someone else is murdering other members of the group. So it's like killers stalking killers. And that's the most interesting aspect of this book. And the question that we want to know really is, who is killing the others? Is it a member of the group or someone outside the group that wants to kill psychopaths, people labeled as psychopaths? So that really makes the book that much better. Because whenever you have a book where killers are stalking other killers, it really adds something extra to the book. And what VERA KURIAN has done is takes a familiar premise of killers or people who were wronged out for revenge, and while they're out for revenge, someone else is out for revenge. But Chloe plots Will's demise very carefully. She wants him, just to disappear totally. And as she finds out someone else is killing the people, she thinks that maybe if she kills Will, then she won't be suspected, but the other person that's killing the other members will be suspected. So it's not confusing. It's very well written. Like I said, it is a true page turner. So once you pick up Never Saw Me Coming, you definitely never saw such a good book as this one coming. So do pick it up. It's so highly recommended. The second book of note is Better Off Dead by Lee Child and Andrew Child. This is the 26th book in the Jack Reacher series, and I will honestly say I'm a bit biased because this is my favorite series and Lee Child is my favorite author. Now, for the last 2 books, including this one, he has co-written the book with his brother Andrew, who is a mystery writer in his own right. So it sounds like maybe Lee Child is cutting back a bit, and it's hard to say what he's writing and what his brother's writing, but they take Jack Reacher to a new level. And if you have not read a Jack Reacher book yet, you deserve to, because the whole series, all 26 books, there has not been a clunker in the series. Each one gets better. Jack Reacher is like a wandering nomad. He's a former FBI agent, military man, and he manages to head to places where there's trouble. He just goes from town to town, and he always finds trouble brewing everywhere he goes to. And in this city that he's gone to, he happens to stumble upon some bad guys, as he usually does, and who want to kill him. And so when the book begins, we find that a woman by the name of Michelle actually shoots him, and it's almost as if Jack Reacher is dead. But with the help of a physician, Dr. Hulier, who is also a mortician, Jack Reacher is made to look like he's dead. So a man by the name of Wad Dendonker, who wants people dead and he wants to make sure they're dead, he comes to view the corpse. And so it's a very interesting start. And no, Jack Reacher is not dead, as we know that, or we wouldn't get to the end of the book. There'd be no Jack Reacher. But Jack teams with Michelle, who is a former Army veteran. She had part of her foot blown off while serving a tour of duty. Now she is trying to rescue her brother Michael, who has been helping Wad Dendonker. That's quite a name. And he finds out what Wad is really doing. And he wants to get away from him, but Wad Dendonker does not want him to. So in usual Jack Reacher fashion, he fights the bad guys with the help of Michelle, but she is abducted too. So it's almost like she might be killed. And is her brother alive or dead? But Jack Reacher has a way of overcoming all odds. He's fought groups of 6, 7, and 8. He's like the last man standing. His military skills, his past skills, gets him out of every situation. And this book is just as good. In a way, it almost returns to classic Jack Reacher that we saw when the series started all those many years ago. And like I said, there has not been a clunker in the series. Every book gets better. And, well, there have been movies made with Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher, and people have complained about that because in the book, Jack Reacher is like 6'5", and Tom Cruise is nowhere near 6'5" and a hulking menace as Jack Reacher is. So, but you'll be better off by reading Better Off Dead, because this brings another level to the Jack Reacher series. So those are the two books that I wanted to draw to your attention. Please, when you're at your local bookstore, seek them out because they are more than highly recommended. So as always, I thank you for watching these videos. Please do send your comments, and I hope you look forward to the next videos that I'll be doing very soon. So as always, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and do stay in touch. Thanks again. Bye for now.